many years ago. The now legendary band Reposado traveled to Puerto Rico. This trip would be pivotal. For on this trip, the band's heartbeat, its PonPon, would be changed forever. My grandfather was there. I discovered his archives from the seminal trip and would like to share his findings. Given the strangeness and abstractions encountered, it's difficult to tell where reality ends and imagination begins.
If you don't know, y'all came to a show. We are Reposado.
Yo, make sure to put a little money in the hat.
Yo,
Let's show some love. Hey, yo, y'all got your dance shoes on? Y'all got your dance shoes on, 'cause it's about to get dancey in here. We gotta see some hips swinging. Swinging! Hey, yo, Sam.
There is an evil at work. It grows within the soul of every human. It has forced love into its most vulnerable condition in generations. For eternity, this battle has raged. Since the beginning of time, unconditional love and a darkness have been in constant struggle. Every generation must fight this battle, and it is long overdue. Of late, the darkest forces have redoubled their efforts, and darkness is as strong as we've ever known. You are our final hope to fight back these evils. Echoes, vibrations, your ancestors lie in wait, deep in your soul, waiting for the proper moment. Evil's ancient tools, greed, hatred, fear, division, envy, blind consumerism, and complacency have brought humankind to the edge of existence. Your ancestors come to you now with a mission. It is up to you to harness these ancient vibrations to help show the world the path to peace lies within their soul. You are our final chance.
I can feel our time slipping away. Time to call my pops. I gotta tell him. It's time to take the fellas to Puerto Rico. My bills, like everyone. My girl, our brand new child. Life, shit. Life is amazing. But if I want to do more than just survive, this music on the street, it fills my soul. It doesn't pay the bills. We've come a long, long way. times are different. It's time to say something. We need one final piece. We need to start something. The fellas, they need to be exposed to the sounds. They need to be exposed to the Caribbean. Actually show up and feel it. Vibrating in the soil, the air. Ancestors' vibration is captured in the treetops and filtered into the water. And the soil that vibrates and tells you you're in Puerto Rico. Is it just a dream? Is this
Hey, Jay. Good, good. How are things with you? Awesome. Having a great time here. So what's going on?
Well, actually, I think you should stay in school, man. I mean, that's what we talked about before, right? That's crazy, man. I mean, you know, the money we're giving you, that money is for the school. We're not gonna give you money just for you to go out on tour and play music. You gotta guarantee your future, right? School is the way to go. You should commit to school, and that's plan number one.
Anyway, I went to go meet up with him on Monday. And he said, yo, I got you with food and shit. And he made me pay for it. I was tight. Nah, it's not a good sign, but... So I don't know what... Maybe he forgot. He was probably drunk. He said, come through. I'll take care of you some food or something like that. Like,
But did you pull out your card or you just walked away from the food?
nah. When I'm about to order, he's like, I got you with drinks.
You know how many people struggle with music? Have you ever looked into that? Yeah, man, but you got a kid, you gotta man up. You gotta pay the rent, you gotta pay the bills. Look where you're living now. You need a bigger place. How are you gonna do all this? Doing music? Well, man, I'm telling you, John, you better stay in school because I don't think you're gonna get the support your mom and I, at least financially.
It's gotta be. I want the ones up front. The ones gotta be up front. And if they not, it ain't gonna hit like it's supposed to. It ain't.
You gotta do the accent.
It's hard to get his accent. It's hard to get it. He knows he's getting it.
You getting it?
Sorry, it's hard to get it.
New York.
Give me another month, but JB after Puerto Rico, it's all over. It's a wrap.
What you got for Danny?
Danny's like,
nah.
JP. JP should be like, nah, man. It got. Yeah, exactly.
I'm broke, motherfucker. I'm broke.
It all echoes.
I'm broke.
Yeah.
Nah, you've been working too hard to be broke, man.
Because it's all in savings.
I also, I think we should try and do that.
Take no for
I bought chicken and I bought fiddle sauce and pasta and rice. And I got beans, chicken, fish, and shit.
Did JP talk to you about
Cooking on Friday.
No, man, I'm trying to eat, man. Y'all ain't trying to eat?
Well, if you pay for my food, yeah.
I thought to lend you money.
I can pay.
He was saying like that.
But it's up to him.
What he was talking about
Because
specifically
he's
is
a
like,
con man.
I live beside.
Like, and then we.
He's my neighbor.
Are you trying to go eat or what?
No, not in the places you want to go to.
Where you trying to go?
He was
the Reddit?
What about that place that's in Green Lake? It's right.
Well, that's a different thing.
Beth?
Like, JP,
The one that's right in Aurora.
Yeah, Beth.
Bets, yeah.
Yo, you and I were talking about.
That's not far from here.
I had a friend that I had one of the people in the kitchen that worked at Bets.
I haven't been to Beth's in like 20 years.
How many?
20.
Holy shit!
That's been a while.
That's as old as I am.
I'm never up here.
All right, let's go.
I was 8 years old when you last went.
All right, Beth's.
In the back.
Bet.
Beth's.
Have a good night.
Wait, no.
He's going to Beth's.
Bye, guys.
You going to Beth's?
I thought so.
You going to Beth's? You going to Beth's?
Of Black, Puerto Rican, Mexican origin, and indigenous women who've been sterilized under federally funded welfare programs. And doctors have used multiple ploys to force or coerce sterilization. Sometimes hysterectomies and tubal ligations are done without any consent at all or even knowledge of the procedure. But probably more often, women are tricked into signing consent forms, by lying to them about some aspect of the procedure, like it's reversible, or in the case of these hundreds of thousands of women sterilized in the 1960s and 70s, threatening them that they were going to be denied welfare benefits or health care.
This is recent history too. California banned sterilizations in prison without consent in 2014, but that was after this campaign of sterilizing women in prison, which included hysterectomies very similar to the ones described in this complaint. Why in modern day, I know you're explaining about population control, but why a prison would sterilize a woman during these times?
Well, these ideas still circulate in the United States today. We can hear it in arguments against immigration, that women are coming to the United States to have babies. It's part of welfare policy. There are many states that deny any increase in benefits to people who have babies after they're already receiving public assistance. That is deliberately and explicitly intended to deter them from having children. It's not surprising that you get a policy like there was in California to forcibly sterilize without adequate consent and without state approval incarcerated women who were disproportionately Black and brown women.
And we want to say that ICE says it will investigate this complaint, but that only 2 women have been referred for hysterectomies from Irwin since 2018. So there's definitely lots.
bugging statehood. There will be no taxation without representation. Nothing that collected from the nation of massacration. So what's being done to my population? I'm asking we're done. Brother, woman needs to grow up in a good place without another place. So it's food on a plate. But if you follow history down to this day, then it doesn't really seem like it's taking that place. Looking at the population, exactly where they want. The real history has never been taught. Told us to follow, don't have to swallow. Told us to follow, don't have to swallow. Leaders are like evil, experimental on the people. Take us up to war, the one that treat us like evil. I'm talking about Puerto Rico. Talking about Puerto Rico. We are the people. We are the people.
Grandpa's notes were neatly arranged, file upon file, labeled in his own special way. Half of this idea, 2/3 of that. But he left a little roadmap. He knew I would be the one ready to listen. Somehow he knew it would be me. He wrote me this letter. To whoever reads these notes, these are my findings. I am male, of European descent, raised on invisible advantages. And this is what I've learned in a few months about the injustices placed on the people of the island of Puerto Rico. And as James Baldwin said, speaking on the racism in America, quote, I don't have a race problem. The white man has a race problem. It is my duty to work towards a greater understanding. This is in hopes that we will know more about Puerto Rico than we did before we talked. I hope you will learn more about this amazing, oppressed place. These people deserve human rights. Once the storyline is set, make sure you go back and confirm the tenses. He threw it all away. Everything. Right out the window. He started showing up late for work, not seeming to care as much. He's crazy, he'd hear their echoes say. Never to his face, but if he only looked into their eyes, he could see them saying it, hearing its vibrations in the walls. He'd lost his job. He'd lost his wife. He lost his kids. Ever since that trip to Ayunque, he'd never be the same. They had to send him away. A nervous breakdown, they said. Was he ready? Could he handle the power of PonPon?
That nasty stuff. Say, give me that funk. That good. That nasty stuff. Give me that funk. That good. That nasty stuff. Come on. Say, give me that funk. That good.
They used to try to take San Juan. Take Puerto Rico.
So the Spaniards like took us to build a fort then?
The Spanish built the fort.
Wow.
Not with their bare hands, but yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
They had Tainos build this shit. The natives had to build it for them.
Yeah.
And the Africans.
the year 1787, it was an absolute black night. 7 brothers stood and watched under the silence of a new moon. Just beyond the horizon of San Juan Harbor, 65 British warships began their silent attack with a lone whistle. The whistle cuts through the pounding coastal waves and is heard by one night watchman. He readies his drum and pounds a rhythm of warning to his 6 brothers, who also are on watch, respond with their distinct cadence. Admiral Harvey, confident of the next colonial prize, he's ready to take this unexpected island for the Queen. A stronger navy has never been seen. Villagers hear the drums and know the end is near. They gather their families and head to the harbor for one final prayer. They sing to the ocean. As the ships approach, they begin to hear this distant drumming and song. Crew members quiver with fright. They're directed to hold steady and assured that they held the upper hand. As the ships come within sight of the harbor, the villagers sing with more desperation. The polyrhythms of the drums grow with intensity. Crew members of these British ships had never heard rhythms like this. Their limbs begin to flare and move in ways far beyond their control. Many leapt from their ships in pure madness. Admiral Harvey, who was paralyzed in the frantic chaos. The villagers' cries grow and mix with the drums, and they feel the
Yo, team! Yo, give me a look! Give me a look! Just give me a look is all I want. One look. Yo, good. Ralio. Give me Sam. Sam, where you at? Look at the camera. Just look at it. Cool.
Retreating fleet. Once again, the power of music. The legend of PonPon conquers all without a shot.
Reposado is like a spiritual experience, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first gig.
Was that your first gig?
Yeah, what was it? Molly McGuire's.
What were they doing back then?
Same shit, man. Same shit they're always doing, inspiring motherfuckers. So
Yeah.
just like, I stood up on his fucking stool for those guys. I don't know, but whatever he's doing, man, he just brought people together.
Yeah.
And like, we should go back in there and check him out.
Por ahí me dicen que la vida jode, ¿y qué? Pues si yo jodo más. Di que la vida jode. Pero más cabrón soy yo. Y la vida sigue y va. Y la vida sigue y va. Que la vida sigue y va. Y la vida sigue y va.
Time out. Listen to that first take.
Time out.
What?
Time out.
Yeah.
Yo, brother.
The first part,
Yeah.
improvise. You gotta feel it. It's gonna be weird and it's cool.
Yeah.
You know. The second part, y la vida sigue, go like with like I'm coming with you. I'm about to come with something like, you know, like sigue, like, you know, like hit it with the
Okay.
and then the next one is like y la vida sigue va, y la vida sigue, you know, like it's
Okay.
just like the last one va, and then
All
you
right.
hit that
And then
that,
come up.
they fucking hate Cubans.
Yeah.
Oh,